Alright everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we're going to cover Hello World, okay, in Kotlin. And for this project, we're going to use IntelliJ. Now, in the previous lecture, I went over how to download it and how to create a project. For this one, we just named the project Hello World. And just as a note, we will be switching over to Android Studio towards the end of the course to create a project there. That would be an Android app, because I know a lot of you will want to be using Kotlin specifically for Android app development, and that is great. So let's have a look at what we've got here. This is just a sample code that they basically always present you with when you create a new project. We have this main Kotlin file. We have fun, main, args, array, and string on the first line. Let's just focus on this first line here firstly. So, fun, that is short for function, okay? This function is called main, so that's the main function. Then we have args, this is short for arguments, right? Then we have array and string. String in coding, in a lot of coding languages and also in Kotlin, refers to text. Okay, so it's just telling this array that this will be an array of text. Okay, if it was int, for example, that's short for integer, then it would be numbers. Okay, but in this case, it is text. And string refers to this hello world text here in quotation marks. That is the string. Okay, what's being referred to. Okay, and then we have this curly brace here. And then we move on to the second line, right? We have a print ln. Now, some of you might be wondering, what does ln mean? What is that short for? It's short for line. Print line, okay? And then we have the string hello world in quotation marks. Great. Let's move on to line 4. And what have we got here? In this grayed out text, we have a comment, right? We have these 2 lines here. I'm just going to go ahead and remove them, and let's see what happens. All right, when we remove them, the text becomes active. Right? So it is not a comment anymore. Let's just go ahead and comment that out again so it's nice and gray. That means that it's not part of the program. It's just something for you, your eyes only, or possibly someone else that might be looking at your code. Why are comments important? Well, actually, they are very important. So I recommend using comments to explain your code and explaining pieces of it when you feel like an explanation would make sense, because when a colleague is looking at your code, sometimes we feel like our code is self-explanatory, but to other people, our flow of logic and our flow of thought might not always be that obvious. So they might really struggle with that. So I really recommend using these comments. All right, and for this demo, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and remove this last line for now because it is not relevant to what we're doing. Then we move on to over here. We have this play button looking thing. That is the run button or the play button. Go ahead and press that. And something pops up here at the bottom of the screen. We have our hello world. So our program ran. We managed to print out hello world perfectly. Let's go ahead and expand on this piece of code and print out another line. Let's do hello to you. Okay, this is hello to you specifically. Let's run this again. And in just a few moments, we have hello world and hello to you as well. Great job for finishing this lecture. Okay, I'm so proud of you if you did this as well on your IntelliJ. Let's go ahead and move on to the next lecture. I will see you there. But in the meantime, feel free to play around with this, expand on this, feel free to make your own version, feel free to change the text, and just have fun with it. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next lecture.